Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to our channel. Many of us have been honored to become godparents at least once in our lives. Our relatives or friends gladly entrusted us with this important role in the lives of their children. However, becoming a godparent often leaves us wondering about the responsibilities this role entails. What does it truly mean to be a godparent? To begin, let's explore why baptism requires godparents and if it's possible to proceed without them. During baptism, the person being baptized must recite the creed by heart. Since a child cannot do this or consciously confess their faith, infant baptisms are performed based on the faith of the godparents. The godparents recite the creed on behalf of the child, confirming their commitment to guide the child in the Christian way of life. For adult baptisms, godparents are not required, as the individual can profess their faith independently. Thus, godparents are the spiritual parents of the child. During baptism, they accept responsibility before God to provide spiritual guidance to their godchild. This responsibility is lifelong, as godparents will answer to God for the spiritual upbringing of the child. This is why choosing godparents is a serious decision. Now that we understand the need for godparents during baptism, let's discuss their role in the life of the child. Godparents must recognize that their relationship with the child begins at baptism and extends far beyond it. Parents should also encourage this connection and not hinder the godparents in fulfilling their spiritual duties. Being a godparent is not limited to giving gifts or sending greetings. It is primarily a spiritual mission. Godparents are entrusted with teaching the child true faith, helping them become a worthy member of Christ's church. They are to explain the essence of the Christian faith, the sacraments, and prepare the child for confession and Holy Communion. They must teach the child about sin, passions, repentance, and spiritual growth. Typically, godparents introduce the child to church etiquette, worship practices, prayer, and the foundations of the Orthodox faith. Godparents must themselves be knowledgeable, active participants in the sacraments, and pass this understanding on to their godchildren. Their influence impacts not only the child's spiritual life on earth, but also their eternal soul. Godparents must consistently pray for their godchild, asking for their salvation, repentance, health, and well-being. This strong spiritual bond between godparents and their godchildren must never be broken. It is essential to remember this responsibility when choosing godparents for your children or preparing to become one yourself.